Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Clash at the Castle review. I'm your host, as always, Kenny Diggs here. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Clash of the Castle review here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like I said, join in the conversation by using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect on all our streaming media platforms. Like I said, in our main channel, YouTube, and hit that subscribe button to be notified for everything that's going on with Clash at the Castle. Man, what a Clash at the Castle it was. The ending to me didn't be was not good. And I'll tell you what was good and what was not good. Because I felt like that ending should have been a little bit better than it was. But hey, we're here, we're ready, and we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna rock and roll with this. This was amazing. WWE up to par with their production value. I guess they just gonna be just one single stage, but they have like a castle in the middle of the arena, showcasing as being Clash at the Castle. Really a nice, unique look to the stage, a unique feel to the card. This was the first WWE event in nearly 30 years return to the pay per view, and we thought that it was gonna be a big feel to the change, but I guess not. It kicked off with this a six-man tag team match where Madcap Moss and the Street Profits team up against Money in the Bank winner Austin Theory and Alpha Academy. Well, this match was that it was just crowd and suspense and everything that was Clash at the Castle, kicking off that match being the first match throughout the entire show. Austin Theory coming out there. We thought he was gonna play an important role into try to do something, but he didn't. Austin Theory was just there, and he was just there. But he took a suplex from one of the Street Profits, and he got beat for his trouble. But Austin Theory and his team, the Alpha Academy, lost to the Street Profits and Madcap Moss. So you know how that be going forward. But we kick off with the main show of Clash at the Castle. On the main show, kicked off Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle. Like I said, this castle was unique. I don't know how they did it, but big up to WWE on their production value on that. But like I said, it kicked off with Bailey, Oscar, Damage Control, Bailey, Eero Sky, and the Dakota Kai as Damage Control took on Oscar, Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, and Alexa Bliss. Um, the match was that high pace, have fun. The match went for like almost 30 minutes. Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Eero Sky defeated Bianca, um, Alexa, and Oscar in their match. But things got more interesting as the day went. But like I said, this was a good, unique match for them to show and stuff. Also, too, the Intercontinental Championship was on the line as Gunther defended his championship against Gunther defended his championship against Sheamus, and I knew there was gonna be a brawl. They just went and it was just smash mouth in your face match. Gunther reunited with his team of Imperium, which they should have done that in the beginning. Gunther, Luke Kick, Liza, brought Giovanni Vini, and they reunited Imperium, which they should have done that in the first place. I mean, Vince should have done that. Just crazy on that old man, but hey, it is what it is. It was a standoff between Gunther and Sheamus. Neither man flinched, neither man moved. It was a battle, and it was a battle of nutrition. It was a battle that I kind of liked. It was smash mouth wrestling at its best. Gunther defeated Sheamus to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I think they need another rematch because that was good. That was a good smash mouth match. Gunther leaving the pack or of what he's gonna do and what he did earlier tonight when he did that and stuff, leaving that being known to Will and what was going on in that match. That was a good match. That Intercontinental Championship match, it was good. And Gunter, you can tell Sheamus a little bit upset that he got chopped from Oblivion. Sheamus might get his championship, might want to get a rematch down the road. Gunter was involved as well. Gunter sat down with the women's champion, Liv Morgan, and Seth Rollins. I guess trying to look like what's his name, Elton John or something. I don't know. Or what's going on with that, but hey, it is what it is. Smash Mouth wrestling at its best. Speaking of Liv Morgan went against Shayna Baszler. Liv Morgan defending her women's championship, and Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler tore down the house for the women's championship. We thought Shayna said she had this in the bag. Yes, Shayna really didn't have it in the bag that she claimed she did. Shayna Baszler lost the chance of becoming a women's champion. Like, good God, Shayna. Shayna, like, I'm looking for the money. Get that, but Shayna lost to Liv Morgan. Shayna Baszler may go back down to the pecking call of losing the women's championship to Liv Morgan, who did an impressive job. She still got to work on her wrestling skills, but Liv Morgan doing impressive earlier tonight. Also, too, the Gypsy King, boxing great, Tyson Fury, made a rare appearance, talked to Roman and Drew, wishing them well in their match in Carter in their respective matches. So it was a good looking for them to do what they did. Also in attendance was Karrion Kross and Scarlett. They was in attendance as well, even out in the match on what was going on. And Gunter did speak about Imperium is reuniting back into the fray. So like I said, Gunter and Sheamus is far from over from this battle. And I mean, it's far from over. I mean, far from over indeed. Speaking of that, the Hitman, Bret the Hitman Hart was there. The Hitman was in attendance at the Bret Hart and David Boy Smith turned down the clinic 30 years ago at SummerSlam when they were in the UK in Wembley Stadium in London. Bret Hart in attendance for that. Also, too, the Radar superstar Edge paying tribute to Lucha Libre, wearing a mask and stuff, where he teamed up with Rey Mysterio to take on the Judgment Day. And Edge donning the mask. I'll tell you this, it was something shocking that many people didn't see coming, but Edge and Rey Mysterio won the match with the help of Dominic to defeat the Judgment Day. But at the end, I mean, this happened. Dominic turned on both Edge and Rey Mysterio. He clotheslined his father. Like, when Rey took the clothesline almost nearly 18 years ago to Eddie, when Eddie betrayed Rey and left Ray felt, you can tell Ray was brokenhearted. His son clotheslined him. Edge thanked the Crown Carver, didn't thank Rey Mysterio, but didn't thank Dominic. Edge probably thanked Dominic spoiled, but the plot grew because you know what? I tell you this, it was coming. Dominic, the seeds were planted. The Judgment Day might tease Dominic to join the group. Dominic looking like, good God, you know, his dad and stuff, you can tell his dad was heartbroken. His dad was heartbroken. I mean, it was coming, and I don't know, is it going to lead to Dominic versus Ray? Father versus father? I mean, they're going to have to go there, but I mean, him clotheslining his son, this guy, I wouldn't thought, you know, Dominic grew up on WATV, and you would never have imagined Dominic doing that. It was despicable, but it's like, Is it gonna lead to something? Because Dominic, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who Dominic's first feud gonna be. I'm guessing the Edge. Was Edge took it like a pro, but after that, Dominic clotheslined him, and I guess good for Dominic if he felt that way. Also, too, Seth Rollins went against Riddle. Now, it was supposed to happen at SummerSlam, but it didn't happen at SummerSlam. I know Seth Rollins dressed like Curry Man or something. Him and Riddle paying homage to SpongeBob SquarePants. But Seth Rollins and Riddle had an instant classic. Match was good. It was real good. It just the element of the match was personal because Seth Rollins brought up Riddle's getting a divorce from his ex-wife. Riddle bringing up that Becky is the one in control of their marriage and their family. It was real personal. I mean, personal to the T. These two beat each other up. I think it was one of the best matches. I think the Intercontinental Championship match to me was the best match of all the matches. But I think it was second. This match right here was second. Rollins versus Riddle. Seth Rollins is a pure professional in the ring, like he said he was going to be. But Seth Rollins won the match, and I think this is far from over between him and Riddle coming forward. So this match will continue down the road. And I'll tell you that right now. For Seth Rollins and Riddle, what's going on? Also, and then too was that the main event. We can show you a picture of the main event. Drew McIntyre looked at Strong on SmackDown, taking out the whole Usos and Sami Zayn, even taking out Roman after Roman celebrated his 2-year win as Universal Champion. All the elements was there. Even Killer Cross, Karrion Kross was there with Scarlett in his corner. Drew had Broken Dreams played. We thought Drew was going to win it, but it was a hard-fought battle for both Drew and Roman. After Roman got the assist from out of nowhere from his cousin, Saigo Sika, who provided the help for Roman and led Roman to win his match. I could not believe it. It was shocking. I was like, are you kidding me? Drew McIntyre loses to this big crowd to Roman Reigns. And Roman said during the press conference that the crowd and Paul didn't acknowledge him. That's why they didn't get what they want. I don't know what this is going to lead to. Roman Reigns and that Sika dude. I mean, when you have 62,000 people in the palm of your hands, they could have done the championship change, and they didn't want to do it. So they had cold feet and they had Roman emerge victorious, which that's okay. But you had this man, Drew McIntyre, coming out there and him, promoting it, thinking he was going to win. He was promoting it for almost 6 months. And it turns out he didn't win it. Shame on WWE for that. And then Karrion Kross said that they chose the right one to win the match. So it was a shame on WWE on that. And this is what Karrion said. I told you they chose him and they were wrong. This empire must fall. I'm assuming that Karrion Kross wants to be the one to take down Roman Reigns. If he does, good luck, because this is going to be a hard one, a hard challenge to do so. Everything on the classic cancel card was good, but it's just I thought it was gonna be a championship change, and I guess they had cold feet and they didn't want to lose the belt for Roman, and Roman is still emerging victorious as the undisputed WWE champion. So know how that be. So know how that goes down. They built Drew look strong, and then have him lose the way he did. Man, oh man. Where do they go from here? Only time will tell on that. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of Pro Wrestling Show presents the WWE Clash of the Castle review show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you for the Raw Ring Report. See you then.